Welcome back to the Smugsy Show. I'm Smugsy, your host. Almost every Wednesday we meet here to talk about important things and important people. This week, an update on the fight for refugee housing at Camp Betty. And we're going to pay homage to J.K. Rowling, my hero. So first, the battle for refugee housing at Camp Betty is coming to a head on Monday, and in preparation of that effort, we're preparing a video, we're making a short film, and I engaged with the producer today, and we met on the bridge, and we did some serious filming. I look forward to it. Beautiful scenery, lots of good things to say about the righteous battle for refugee housing at Camp Betty. Of course, talking up the New England Cottontail. But wouldn't you know it, sure enough, cancel culture rained down on us, even though it was a lovely day. And what I'm talking about, of course, is my wearing the Kirk Minahan Show Madawaska sweatshirt as my right in talking about refugee housing for Camp Betty. My freedom of speech, my freedom of expression. I was wearing that hoodie as I was filming the video for the battle, and guess what? Some bigwig, apparently, somebody throws his weight around at Camp Betty. A guy by the name of Bob Murchison apparently put the kibosh on the KMS hoodie. Banned, canceled. Cancel culture, it sucks. That's what we fight here on the Smugsy Show. We fight for refugee housing at Camp Betty. We fight for freedom of speech, freedom of expression here on this show. And that's what J.K. Rowling fights for, and that's why she is my hero. Of course, she was my hero before she took up the battle against these uppity trans activists trying to put women down. She was my hero when Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone came out. You know, Harry Potter. It was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, actually, when it was published in the UK. But because in the United States most people don't know what a philosopher is, it was switched to Sorcerer's Stone. I know what a philosopher is because I studied philosophy. I think, therefore I am, Rene Descartes. I think I'm a woman. I was born that way. Therefore I am. And that's my message to these trans bullies who are trying to label me a cis woman. I'm not your sister. And I'm not a cis. I'm just a woman, thank you very much. And I'd like to stay that way, and I want women to have rights. And that's what J.K. Rowling believes. And she's speaking up because that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. Speak truth to power. Okay? Question authority. Well, I'll tell you the authority that we're questioning here on the show. All these medical associations in cahoots with the medical industrial complex, shoving this gender care, they call that. That's bullshit, actually. Even in France, okay? France, where you can basically retire at the age of 18, you can't just wander in and get puberty blockers or surgery. A whole bevy of European countries, much more forward-thinking, some would say, than the United States, are saying, whoa, putting the brakes on puberty blockers because, let's think, an adolescent in distress, maybe we should block all their hormones. And then it's a gateway because they start blocking them and they keep blocking them. So then they're blocked. So then they have to keep taking drugs. And surgery. Let's just think about that for a minute. Surgery on minors who are already in distress, making these decisions with people who are not their parents. Yeah, so Norway, Sweden, France. A lot of countries are saying no more surgery and drugs for trans minors, and that's the science. And these organizations, this authority in the United States, okay, the American Medical Association, the pediatric societies. Well, they're no different than the NRA. Okay, does it surprise you that the NRA comes out and supports all the bills that are going to bring in tons of cash to their members? I don't think so. This is about cash. Okay? That's what it's about. And the medical associations should be ashamed of themselves, selling American kids short, throwing kids under the bus, using bogus, anecdotal, scientific reports that really don't pertain to kids. So here on the Smugsy Show, we are standing shoulder to shoulder with J.K. Rowling, who, maybe you heard her commencement address to the graduating Harvard class in 2008. If you haven't, go listen to it. The two things she says you need to do to succeed is fail, recognize failure, learn from failure, and have an imagination. Because an imagination allows you to actually have empathy. You can imagine being someone else, and you can stand in their shoes. Well, J.K. Rowling actually is sort of trans in the literary sense, because she writes as also Robert Galbraith. And she is leading the effort for common sense dialogue about this trans activism that really underneath is just another shade of oppressing women. I was born a woman, and I'm very comfortable in my skin. I like being a woman. And I can prove that I'm a woman by taking a blood test, drawing my DNA, and seeing that I have 2 X chromosomes. Now, if you don't want to believe that, that's fine. But that is the science, and the term is woman. That's who I am. That's a okay word to use. It's not a bad word, and it doesn't need to be modified by the word cis. And I don't want it to be. And if there's some expectation that I'm going to be talking about you using certain language, then surely you can respect the fact that I identify as a woman and I want to be called one. If you're a woman, or if you like women, I hope you subscribe to the show. And until next time, this is Smugsy Girl, signing off. Be brave. Stand up for what you believe in. Take care.